Hello everyone, welcome back to another nail video. Today I will be showing you how I completed this set. I was really in the mood for brown tones for that kind of like vintage look. And then the pop of green, of course, my favorite color, so I had to add that in. These are Gel X nails. I didn't do acrylic today. I also didn't record the process of me applying Gel X. I just think that it is so straightforward on how to apply it. Everyone applies it the same. So if you want a video on how I apply my own Gel X nails, I will do a video on that, but it's pretty much prep, glue, nail tip, and done. So this video is basically just the design and how I completed it. And before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I saw that I now have 25 subscribers. I love that. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and coming back and watching more videos. Okay, let's get into the nails. Guys, this is Editing Emma. I am currently working on this video, and I just have to make a disclaimer that I am a little bit disappointed in the quality of some of these clips. Some of the clips are out of focus. I don't have a camera or like a real filming setup just yet. I'm recording on my iPhone, and unfortunately the iPhone wants to focus on everything but what I want it to focus on. So a few of the clips during this process are in and out of focus. I tried my best to crop the clips to where you can see what I'm doing. It's not horribly out of focus, but it's not what I want it to be. Regardless, I still hope that you guys enjoy watching this video and enjoy the process of me doing these nails. The colors that I will be using today are a mix of Born Pretty, Double Rhythm, and Model 1s. My base that I went for today was F009 by Beetles. This is their colored builder gel. I will be using these lace nail foils. I picked out this really pretty paisley type of design, going for that vintage look. I think this fits perfectly. Starting with my nail art foil glue from Beetles, I will be applying this to my ring finger. Be careful with this polish. It is very, very runny, so do super thin layers. It can get crazy very fast. Then I will cure this for 30 seconds for the best results. Moving on to my pinky finger, I will be starting out with this nude color and creating a half French design. Again, guys, I am so sorry for the clip being out of focus. As you guys can see, I did not go all the way to the tip of the nail with this French, as we will be adding another design above it. The top of the French really does not need to be perfect yet. You can always go back in after adding the top design and clean up the line. At this step, our nail foil glue is cured and ready to go, so I will just be sticking this foil onto the nail and pressing down the design. Make sure that the shiny side is on top, or else your nail foil will not stick. These nail foils are very finicky, so you will see me adjusting the paper quite a bit. And this is my favorite part about the nail foils, peeling it off and revealing the most perfect design. As annoying as these can be, they are always so beautiful. Now I'm going to be mixing both of these green jellies from Born Pretty just to create the perfect green shade. Using a gel brush, I will be applying that custom green jelly on top of the nail foil. I did end up going ahead and doing 2 layers of this jelly polish. It was a little bit light on the first go around, so I just added another layer. Moving back to our pinky nail, we are using this brown and black and creating a half tortoiseshell nail using our double rhythm blooming gel. And I only will be applying the blooming gel directly on top of the French. Now with a small dotting tool, I will use the brown from Model 1s and just create a couple of dots on the tip of the pinky nail to create this blooming effect. After curing that first layer, I will be repeating the same steps with the double rhythm black gel polish. And finally, to complete my tortoiseshell nail, I will be using these Born Pretty yellow and red jellies, mixing a custom orange color and applying that on top. We are going to be skipping ahead to our pointer finger. Using my 3D gel, we are going to be creating a full wave nail design. I do want to note that a design is currently on my middle finger, but I was not happy with the outcome of it, and I feel like it didn't fit the vibe of this set, so we will be redoing that very shortly. Just like in my last video, to create these waves, I make a very small bead at the end of the nail and then drag it in a squiggly pattern towards the other side of the nail. Then with that same cream shade, we will be covering the whole entire nail. One thing that I am regretting about creating this specific nail design is not mixing the gel color with the 3D gel. As you can see, it's a little bit sheer on the swirls. So if you create this design yourself, I highly recommend mixing the color with your 3D gel before creating the waves. Going backwards to our middle finger, again, I was not happy with how that previous design turned out. It was just a little bit too bare for my liking. So for our middle finger, we will be creating a croc design. Using our blooming gel, doing a very thin layer of that, and then using that same cream shade that is on our pinky finger and our pointer finger to create the croc design. As you can see, I'm using a medium-sized dotting tool. I like for my croc to look very squiggly and kind of messy. I feel like it blooms to the best results. So highly recommend to use kind of a larger dotting tool. If you use something too big, you're gonna get too much polish, and if you use something too small, you won't get that good blooming effect. To add a little bit of pizzazz to this nail, I will be marbling the black and the brown gel polish together. Not fully mixing the polishes together is going to create this really cool wood grain look. Now, I don't know what this design is called, but it looks like a corset with the little circles on top and the line through the middle. I don't know, you'll see. You will also notice that my thumb is painted green. Of course, I did not like it, and we will be changing that design as well. As you guys know, I usually like to draw out my own custom designs beforehand, but this was kind of a spur of the moment decision to do my nails, so it was a lot of trial and error here. And this is how things are going so far. I'm currently really happy with how this is turning out. And finally, for my thumb, I decided to do a full tortoiseshell nail. I usually like to match my pinky and my thumb together. I feel like it just completes the look. And then just applying that same yellow and red jelly mix to the whole entire nail. And just some finishing touches on these nails. I added 3 gold dots to the center of the middle finger, as well as a dark green outline on the jelly nail. And to complete this set, we will be using Nails by Dev Shiny Top Coat. And this is the final look. I hope you guys like this set, and I hope you enjoyed watching.